We're on here with the Smart Wood Shop at the 2019 AWFS, the biggest woodworker convention, I think, in the world. And I'm with Ralph, and he's gonna show us one of these and why this might be good for our shop. How you doing, Ralph?
Doing good, Ron. Thanks for coming by. So, what the gripper is all about safety, but we're also going to give you a better quality cut as you're using it. So let me explain how it works. When you use a push stick on a part, the physics, the drag on this side, and the fact that we're pushing from inside the corner here, always wants that part to drift away from the fence. The problem is that when you see the tool marks on your rip cuts, that's from the back side of the blade where it comes up out of the saw. The part has drifted away from the fence and is rubbing back here. Not only does that create the tool marks that you need to get rid of, but it's a potential kickback hazard because if one of those teeth catches, it could fly. We're going to change the dynamic here because we're going to hold the part from the top down using the legs of the gripper, which are a proprietary, it's a softer rubber friction material. And we're going to control both the rip side of the cut and the off-fall side, keeping them parallel to the blade all the way through the cut. We're not going to allow them to wander and engage the rear side of the blade.
Okay.
In addition, as I'm pushing, if something dreadful happens in the middle of my cut, the gripper takes the damage and not my fingers. I'm still inches above the blade if something bad happens, and I can replace these legs for less than $20 a piece. So when, not if, when you cut into the legs of your gripper, because eventually you will, you can replace them. So let me show you how that cut works. Now notice what I just did there. Not only did I make the cut, but I was able to bring both pieces back around with my gripper. I have total control over my parts. I brought both pieces back around so I can pick up my part here instead of reaching across the spinning blade to get it. And you get a very high quality cut on both the rip and the off-fall side of the part. So it's all about the quality, but the safety is the primary factor here. We're going to keep your hands away from bits and blades that want to bite them. It's a very versatile system. I can drop the blade down a little bit, bring my gripper over. This is no good. We don't want the gripper to move in some way that we don't expect. So every gripper has the balance support that drops down and keeps my gripper stable while I'm standing on one leg here. I can make the cut, but I don't want this off-fall to come flying back out of me either, so I'm going to bring my center leg over, pick up that off-fall, and now I can cut that piece safely.
Now that would be handy. I've dealt with some small cuts before.
Well, it gets better. Not only do I have that piece, which I just cut, that's the one I want, that's not scrap. I can pick that up, put it up against my fence, and trim that off as well. So I can use my stock right down to the last bit. If I'm cutting ebony or something exotic and expensive, I'm not wasting any stock. I can rip it right down to whatever my setting is. Now, the gripper right out of the basic gripper as we sell it has a 1/4 inch leg on one side and a 1/2 inch leg on the other side. It's reversible. But with our accessory 1/8 inch leg, we can do the same sort of cutting right down to an 1/8 by an 1/8.
Wow.
I use that for making edge banding for plywood parts. This is my edge banding. I use it to do laminated bentwood parts in my shop. I also make my own moldings and inlays, and I can use it to cut the little pieces that I can make a geometric inlay out of. But it's not just for the table saw. If I have a small part and if I have a round over bit in my router table, I'm not that comfortable engaging that router bit with my fingers that close. Again, I can bring the center leg over, set the gripper on top, drop the balance support down, and now I've got total control over that part. I can maneuver it around my router bit without having to worry about it. Give it a try yourself now. So you've got good control, and if I hold this piece, you can see how well that grips.
Yeah.
It really gives you complete control, and it keeps your fingers away from all of the things in your shop that want to bite you. The sides of the gripper are perpendicular to the face, so we can work like this as well if we need to at the bandsaw, or at the router table, or at the table saw. Whatever I need to do in my shop, I've got grippers in my hands just about every day.
So I could, that way, if I wanted to run some thin spin wide this way, thin this way. go up like that.
I could do a resaw like this. I have a the GR-200, our advanced gripper, has the stabilizing plate which I can mount here. If I were doing this as a resaw, I can bring that over, drop that down, and now that piece, if I'm grooving it or whatever, is not going to want to lift up on the blade because I'm holding it down and holding it in. Whatever I need to do, I've got complete control over the system.
So you mentioned a basic one, and then this piece, and then this piece. So you offer it though as a total package.
Absolutely.
For all one piece.
This is the GR-100 right here. This is our basic gripper.
So this is the basic gripper.
The advanced GR-200 is the same unit, but it has the stabilizing plate and the adjustable spacer.
Okay.
Now we also have, we sell our gripper complete package. This is one of the GR-200s, plus all 4 of the accessories we make for the gripper, all in one box. So it's the complete single gripper. And then we have the larger box, a double pack of this, which is 2 grippers and 2 of every accessory. It's the complete outfit for your shop, all in one box. Here at the show, it's priced at $224. We've got it at 50% off, but we also sell it for the complete kit, everything included. It's one complete shop setup, nothing left to buy.
Just single?
2.
Okay,
$224 for 2 grippers plus 2 of all the accessories.
Okay.
And those are all packages that we sell online as well.
So that does bring up a question I have. You mentioned 2. What about, gripping this small stock is cool.
Yeah.
That's really when I need to have a lot of protection. But I'm doing a lot of long grip.
Easy.
So I got a 16-foot piece I want to
That's why we have a double pack of grippers.
Okay.
When you cut when you're gripping a long stock, what we typically do is we start our cut, shift the grip, continue the cut, shift the grip. No matter how good your saw is, no matter how good your blade is, it's vibrating a little bit. And every time you pause to shift your grip, it's leaving a mark.
Right.
With 2 grippers, they would be set up exactly the same way. I can start the cut with one, I bring the second one back in, I bring the first one back around, and I can keep doing that for as long as my board is.
So I can walk a 16-foot.
I've done it.
Okay.
And without pausing. At the router
so that
table,
would require 2 to do that.
exactly.
Okay.
Now when you're making trim work and moldings at the router table, it's even better because you can do the same pass without stopping, so you don't have those router marks and burn marks to sand out of your moldings.
Okay.
So I always recommend 2 grippers, but we also sell the individual grippers and all the accessories as individual parts, so somebody can start out low and build up their collection as they go, or they can buy the full kit. We have it all, and it's all available from, lots of retailers around the country, Amazon, and our own website. We ship everything all over the U.S. for free.
And so it is on Amazon?
It is, absolutely.
All right.
And we're an American company, and all of this stuff is molded right here in the U.S., in Ohio.
Beautiful. Well, you may see a set of these in the Smart Wood Shop here coming pretty soon. Well, thanks for your time.
Thank you, Ron.
Have a good day.
You too.